The method to learning anything is through testing. So how do you learn through testing? Firstly, research shows that having multiple tests is better than having a single test. So, for example, if you have a finals exam, it would be great if you could have at least 2 tests before that, instead of just having 1 test. Secondly, for longer term retention of information, research also shows that bigger intervals or longer intervals between tests is better. It's more effective than shorter intervals. So here's a structure you can follow to learn through testing. On the first day of the cycle, you study the material. So this should be your first time seeing your material. Okay? And then you would test yourself on the second day, 7th day, 14th day, and then 28th day. Remember, 2nd, 7th, 14th, and 28th. So you have 4 tests in a 28-day cycle. And then after the cycle, you can test yourself maybe once every 28 days to retain the information. By doing this, you slowly increase the interval time between each test until it becomes once every 28 days. And by the 28th day, and by the retesting every 28 days, you should have a good understanding of all the material that you have studied. Using this cycle, you increase the retention of information in the long term rather than the short term, because you increase the interval slowly until 28 days. Let's talk about the effectiveness of this method. In school, it has been conditioned that tests are bad, that pop quizzes were no fun. However, you have to keep an open mind. Testing is actually proven to be more effective than restudying. This is because testing forces you to actively recall what you have learned. By doing this, you strengthen your long-term information further. When you test yourself and you get something wrong, you often have a negative feeling. When you get this negative feeling, you will associate this negative feeling to the answer you have picked in the test. So then, with this association, you will actually form a link, and in the future, if you remember the negative feeling, you will therefore remember the wrong answer, and you can derive the correct answer. By doing this type of linking and connecting, you give some answers a feeling, a thought process, or a meaning. You give certain material links to other things, other external things. By linking things and linking content to how you feel or certain thought patterns, you reduce the load on your brain. You reduce what you have to memorize, because as long as you learn something within that link, within that chain, you will be able to derive the rest of the information once you have gotten something out of the chain. Think of it as if you were vomiting. If you put your finger into your throat, I'm not gonna do it now, but if you put your finger in your throat for long enough and you keep persistently doing it, you'll vomit. So learning information using links is sort of like vomiting. Once you have one piece of content, that one finger in your throat, you can vomit out the rest of the information because you have linked it. And this reduces the mental load. This reduces what you have to memorize. So this is actually quite effective. So with the method and the effectiveness, I hope you can implement testing in your studying routines, in your learning routines even. And I hope this video has helped you. If this video has helped you, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video. Bye bye.